Hey everyone, Experimenter19 here, and today we're going to do a video. I'm going to show you how to make the paper dragunov. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it in the description, as well as a link to my channel. And today we're going to show you how to make it. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, well, I'll just show you. This is a pretty lengthy process, so you may want to take the time and make, sorry. So what you want to do is you want to take a piece of paper and roll it up into a tube. You're going to take some tape, okay? Let me bring that up a bit. And if you want to, you can buy this. You can buy this at basically any store that has an office section. The tape, I got mine at the dollar store, and the paper I got from Walmart or some other store like that. Any place that has that. Like I believe Office Max is also a store. I don't know, it's been a while. I've heard the name, but it's been a while. Anyway, you're gonna take a tube, roll it up. Doesn't have to, well, this is gonna be your blueprint. Okay, this important tube. And to get all the other sides, you're gonna take this tube, you're gonna put it like this, and you're essentially gonna make another one by rolling onto it. And by the way, this one I'm making right now, this is just for sake of example. I've already made a bunch of them earlier. You may see them out of the corner of the camera. You're going to take some tape, and you're going to tape the ends. And sure to put one in the middle. Once you have it done, these two pieces be together, and the smaller one's going to be blueprint. You need to make that all the other tubes, and the other one is going to be basically for example. But this is going to be a pretty lengthy process, and I've already made them all before, so these ones will put aside for later. And you're going to need a lot of these. I made 15. And this is the one that I started off in the beginning that's used to make all of these ones, because this is going to be, well, you'll figure out that on your own. Anyway, to get started, you're going to take 3 random, you're going to need 4 altogether. These 4 are going to be your body ones, the ones that are the main entrance of it, or the main chamber, if you will. And to make the barrel, you're going to need 2 more of these. Hold on 1 second. I get the... Yep. You're actually going to need 4 of these, because this is going to be basically the length of the barrel. This is going to be the entire length. And to do this, you're going to take some Scotch tape. As I said before, you can buy this at any store with an office section or craft section, whatever. You get the point. And this I got from a dollar store. It's nice, cheap, affordable, and you can get it pretty easily. Places like Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, and so should have them. And to do this, you're going to take a nice, maybe 3-inch piece, 2-inch piece, and you're going to take 2 pieces, and you're going to put it on the end right here. Don't try to make this too long, because if you make it too long, when they come together, it'll actually weaken it. If anyone cared, I'm not exactly sure how it works, but in my experience this happened. You're essentially going to roll the 2 together, or tape them together like this. And if you can see how they're like 2 bigger pieces now. And what you want to do is, if you want to look down it to make sure that they're straight. Because you want to make sure that, because if they're like any crooked or anything, then the bullet's going to be off track, and you don't want that, believe me. You put this piece to kind of hold it down to maintain its straightness, and you're going to make this 4 long. No pun intended. Okay, make sure. Okay, and we're gonna do this in 2 sections. I'm gonna do 2 2-inch pieces, and I'll tape them together. 3 of them are going to be the barrel, and 1 of them is going to make up the stock. Wait a minute, no, not mine, ignore that. The point is, it's going to be 3 long, this is going to be your barrel. is going to be the main barrel. And you're going to take this section, put two together, and tape them together. Make sure they're at like, you don't, when you make the tubes, make sure to take the time and make them. If you make these, you have to make sure they're as close as possible. You don't want them too big or too small, otherwise, because your bullet's going to have to go through each section, and that'll ultimately slow it down and maybe cause it to go off course so it isn't perfectly straight. This is a nice three-piece barrel. And we're going to make another one that's two for the upper half. If you know how dragunovs work, it's basically elongated AK-47, and if you know the piece I'm talking about, you'll understand why we need to make this one. Okay, I'm going to bring this out a bit and show you a farther shot of what's going on. Okay, these are your two pieces, your two long pieces, and they're going to be like this. And what we need two spacer pieces. So that's what these other ones are for. So we have so essentially the middle body is going to be 4 tubes stacked on top of each other like this. So you want something like this, and you have like these 4 pieces on this end and the 2 barrels like this, and don't worry, we'll figure it out. I'm gonna pause the video and I'll come back to it when I'm done taping this. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I got the bottom piece done, and what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna show you how to tape these together. You're gonna take your spacer piece and the top piece, and essentially we're gonna take maybe 3 pieces actually, about maybe 4 inches long. And you're essentially going to tape these together, if you will, like that, and it's just going to wrap around like that. And you're going to do that 2 more times on both ends and one in the middle. Technically the one in the middle is optional, but if you're OCD or if you're just nitpicky about strength and stuff like that, because it might bulge out, because it's done that for me, you're essentially going to, again, take like a 4 or 5 inch piece and do that. And the one in the middle as well, and one in the middle and the other one over here. I would probably listen to some music, but I really don't want to get flagged or snagged for copyright reasons. Anyone on the whole of YouTube knows exactly what I'm talking about. And once you get these 2 pieces, you're gonna essentially tape them together so it's one body piece. And now that I think about it, I should have I'm actually going to cut this bottom piece off because I forgot something. So we're going to redo this bottom one because I forgot something. Don't worry, it's not the end of the world. I just forgot to do this. How I forgot this, I am terribly sorry. So I'll fix this. I'll pause. Okay, I fixed my problem. What I forgot to do is add the stock piece to the barrel piece. Okay, you see this? We got the barrel end on this end and the stock piece on the other. So now the thing's gonna look like this. Yeah, it's gonna look like this. You have your stock on one end, you have your barrels on the other end, and we're gonna tape these together. And you don't have to do, the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna take 2 long pieces, maybe 8 inches, some long piece like this, like, yeah, about 8 inches. You're going to need 3 of these because we're going to be wrapping this around and we want to make sure it's secure. So you want to do one end, one side, flip it over, then do the other. And finish it off. And we're going to do this on the other side as well. We've done the front end, now we're going to do the back end. This is the one where you're definitely going to need the middle piece. I would add some music to this, but yeah, I think I said this already, but I don't want my video getting flagged for copyright reasons. Okay, for the sake of that, I would add some music to the background, but I really don't feel like going through the headache of finding some royalty-free stuff on the internet, because I'm bad at editing. Okay, once we have it, sorry about that, you didn't see it. Once we have the two ends taped together like this, we're going to take a third piece for extra strength. And I forgot to put in the barrel piece, but oh well, we're not going to worry about that. Because all we need is, we're just going to use like maybe a knife or something. And for this piece right here, we're just going to put a temporary piece right there, because one of these tubes is originally just for filler pieces. So yeah, we're going to work on that one right now, actually, now that I think about it. We're going to add some tape to one of these so that way we have a whole taped piece so we don't have any loose ends flying. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to cut it on a nice pair of sharp scissors. And what we're going to do here, we're going to take this piece and put it like that, kind of like a real AK. To do that, we're going to need to trim this down so the corners will be like that, and like that. And hoping this thing doesn't rip in the process, because that would really suck. And now we have our piece, and we're gonna quite literally tape it like this. And the barrel's starting to come apart. But don't worry, I'll fix that. Okay. This video is going on long enough. I'm gonna admit. Okay, once you've done with this, you're gonna want to take this piece and we're going to tape it like this. Not only does this help with the looks, it also helps with the structural integrity of the gun, because we don't want any of this to fail, because that would be bad. Because we want this thing to shoot as well as look good. Yes, you heard me, shoot. This will shoot. And this is a little bit tricky to do, because unlike all your other videos out there, I'm doing this off a tripod on my desk. And this isn't the best angle, I know. I'm going to take this piece, we're going to put it underneath like that. Sorry, the video is not the best of quality. And my camera is going in like, is flipping out. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you need to be strong enough where it'll maintain itself and support. And we're going to do the other side as well to make sure of this, because we want this to stay on and stay sturdy. Because when you're dealing with a barrel of this length without some sort of support to keep it straight, it'll be all flimsy and go all over the place. And anyone who dealt with this kind of stuff knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not sure how this works on like a real AK-47 or something like that. I don't really care to, but for my sake, it does help with the structural to keep the barrel from going all over the place. And that's not working. Yeah, we're going to take another piece and we're going to tape this bottom piece down of the barrel. And after I'm done with this, I'm going to cut the video off and do part 2. I could do this in a 20-minute segment because my camera, that's how my camera works. It'll record in 20-minute increments and immediately stop recording and go to another one. And okay, that's all we have for today. See you in part 2.